Community Viewpoint.
And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this segment. And as you can see, this is week 3 of my haircut. So we'll see how that progresses in the coming weeks. But we have the honor of having with us today Cherry McCormick, who is the Master Gardener Coordinator for the Cooperative Extension in town here. And Cherry's been on here before, but you have more responsibilities now at the Cooperative Extension. And let's introduce you and then tell us a little bit about what you do there and what you have to offer us also. I know you have one special item here that we want to focus on, but tell us what you're going to be doing.
Yes, we have a variety of classes and courses and workshops to teach you horticulture, a landscape, growing your own vegetables, flowers, creating a bee pollinator friendly garden. We've got oodles and oodles of literature, and
so how do you get the bees to come over there? They come by themselves, because my Texas Rangers, when they're in bloom, it's hard to get in the front of the house with all the bees over there, which is good, because the bees are not leaving, and they're not attacking me, so that's not bad, even though they may be crossbred. Africanized, from my understanding, we have Africanized here. Yeah. But they're not to the point where they're coming after me, not letting me in my own house.
Good. Yeah, if you do plant any shrubs or anything that will attract bees, just be mindful of where you're planting them. Like you say, don't put them right by your front door or right by a patio where you like to sit out with your morning coffee. Just set them away a little bit from your from your area, or like a child playing area is maybe not a good idea to have them too near. Right.
And then we have the occasional hummingbird too, which I don't really do anything for them, but evidently they enjoy the area.
Yeah, we have a lot of hummingbirds here in Pahrump, and in fact through the Extension Office we have done a hummingbird program. There is a couple, Ned Batchelder, and he's been counting the hummingbirds, I think, over the last couple of years. And there's hundreds, literally. I mean, some of our master gardeners have literally over 100 hummingbirds in their garden.
Really?
He counts them and bands them and everything. But they're attracted to all the coloured flowers. Even the desert willow is a nice shrub, native shrub that requires very little water, drought tolerant, blooms throughout the summer, and the hummingbirds like to work that. So it's got a trumpet-shaped flower that they like to stick their beak down into to get the nectar.
Oh, that's right. They have the little beak, so they will go with things beak. With trumpets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But I think you had something in particular you wanted to speak on?
Yeah.
It's called Grow Your Own?
Yes, this series, we've had them each year now for the last few years. The series is called Grow Your Own Nevada, and it's to encourage us to grow our own, say, vegetables. What's on here? Yeah, grow things from seeds. And the good thing about these classes is that they are specific to Nevada. The instructors are cooperative extension instructors from other areas of Nevada.
So these are
the video conference.
Video conference?
Yeah, it's via video conference. And this series includes soils, Nevada's soils, which, as you may or may not know, we've probably got some of the worst soils in the country, got less than 1% organic matter in them.
Right, when we go back to the Midwest or on the East Coast, you could just smell the rich soil, then we come back here and there's nothing in there. It's can. It's like, yes, there's nothing, no nutrients whatsoever.
No. So that's why it's really, the soil is the most important thing to focus on here, even before you think of growing anything, vegetables or even your landscape plants. You need to amend it a lot. We use aged animal manure, preferably horse or goat. And please don't use cow manure because that's high in salts. And our soils are already high in salts and
That's
very alkaline, pH 10.
Are they that much?
As our water is pH 10 as well. And salt kills most things. In other parts of the country where you've lived before, you've probably used salt to kill things.
Yes, yes.
So it's tough growing here. So you'll learn a lot here, and these classes are on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings, 6 till 8 p.m. And this is through May, starting on May the 3rd and running through the 26th. And they're $10 each, and there's, 8 classes? So $10 each, 8 classes, or you can take all 8 for $50.
Okay.
So there's a little break there in the price.
So they're from in the evening, 6 to 8 in the evening?
Yes.
Okay. So this is called Grow Your Own at the Cooperative Extension. So you have these flyers over at the Extension.
Yes, and also if you can't ever get into the Cooperative Extension, we always have a lot of flyers at the Farmers Market, which is every Saturday, 8:30 to noon, the hours are.
And where's that at?
It's in front of Draft Picks, which is on the corner of Postal and Highway 160.
No, you've found a home there for a while. You haven't moved lately.
Yes, no, we've been happily situated there now for about a year, I should think.
That's right. Yeah, that's good. Yes.
Should think, yeah. And so there's a Master Gardener information table at that market every week, and there's also a table where they sell the produce that's from the Cooperative Extension garden.
Do you have anything growing there right now that's edible?
Right now there's some greens, there's a little bit of arugula, there might be some kale. Other Master Gardeners sometimes donate their produce from their personal gardens.
So this is sort of still early in the season.
Yeah, they're still just greens. I mean, at home we've had mustard greens in our garden year round. Well,
Okay.
you know, they looked a little sad maybe in January when we had those 12-degree mornings, but they're really happy now.
No, it's, yes, before it gets too hot.
Yes.
Yes. And then you would teach us how to keep them from burning in the summertime also, right?
Yes, hopefully, yeah. Yeah, now is, well, we've still been a little bit cautious about, say, putting your tomatoes, peppers, those sort of more warm weather crops, because we could still ostensibly get a frost either through the end of March or even to the end of April.
Now, you said that where we live, it's the colder part of the valley also. And you have literature about what to plant in the valley. And also, you would tell us what part of the valley not everything is good for also, because it's colder in some areas than others.
Yeah, this valley is large, it's long, and it's pretty wide, and it runs down at an angle like this, doesn't it? That going down lower elevation in the west side. And as the elevations go down, we have cooler areas, cooler nights, because cold air sinks.
And the hot air rises.
Yeah, and it's warmer. If you live up by the winery area, that's warmer there. Like the Desert Bird of Paradise, the Castlepinia, they can grow the red variety up in the winery, and you will see lots of them up there. But in other parts of the valley, they won't survive because of the cold tolerance, and we have to grow the yellow ones.
Oh, that's just too much for me. I'm just thankful anything grows, you know. What else did you want to talk about?
I was going to just say we do have a nice list here of plants. We get a lot of inquiries about what can I grow here, what grows here, and it's best to avoid disappointment in your plantings, and I know all about that. It's good to go with these shrubs here that can tolerate our harsh conditions, the excess cold, the excess heat. It's nice if they could be drought tolerant.
Right. So, yes, so you have these fact sheets over there. So we would just go into the Cooperative Extension, and you have new hours too, don't you?
No, the hours are the same, 8 till noon.
Is it?
I think I think the hours are posted 8 till
8 till noon, I
8
think.
till noon, and I think it's meant to be closed 12 till 1 for lunch, and then 1 till 5. And I'm
Okay.
going to be there in the mornings, 8 a.m. till noon, Monday through Friday. So if you've got any horticulture questions or landscape design questions, and might expound on that a little bit, I'll be there.
And then you have the map of throughout the month, the different things you have to offer.
Yeah, a calendar, and these are available too
Oh,
at
the
the farmers
calendar, I'm sorry.
market booth. This is produced every month, just a summary of what we're going on here.
And so all this literature is for us to grab if we need them. A Guide to Desert Bioscape, which is, I see M.L. Robinson. He's been on the show for many times. He's a real character, yes.
Yeah.
And so you would tell us what we should or shouldn't do as far as the bioscape? So these books are
Yes.
available?
Yeah, I do have a few of those, yes. The thing with them, don't just consider what you want to plant, but first consider where you want to plant and why. As you drive around this valley, there are a lot of Mondel pines in long, straight rows around properties, which do make great wind blocks and privacy screens to a certain degree if your house is set up near enough to them.
Right.
Often you see that there's no benefit shade, though, if you plant these rows of pine trees like that.
Right, far away from the
Yeah.
house. Yeah, so you're just watering them for a privacy fence,
Or a
basically.
windbreak. It would be a lot more beneficial. You could get a lot more use out of them.
If they're a little bit closer.
If you can make them work for you more, that's the phrase I use. I say, make these trees and shrubs work for you. And so get some shade out of it, either for your house,
Oh, yes,
or your
keep it cool.
favourite sitting area,
Yeah, passive cooling, yes.
or your animals.
Yes. So we're down to the 1 minute mark. Do you have anything in closing? It went by quick, didn't it?
Yes, it did. No, just I look forward to meeting everybody. Come in and see me with your questions. I'd be happy to help.
And then Saturdays for the farmers market?
Market, yes.
Over at Draft Picks. And
Yeah.
what time was that?
8:30 to noon.
Okay. And we'll see you in mornings over at the Cooperative Extension.
Yes.
Thank you, Cherry.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks.
watching. We'll see you next week.
Community Viewpoint.